Hi, and welcome. I'm Michael Anthony Rowe, and this is another 30-day series. This one is an alignment series going through uh, three different stages: health, wealth, and love for your self-alignment, my alignment, to help me. Something to go back on and look. Thank you for watching if you're here. I normally just cut these into shorts. And so here we go. Day 1. Wealth. I am open to receiving. Today is day 1, and today something shifts. You stop pretending you're fine with less. You stop acting like wanting more is a burden. You stop dimming your own hunger for a better life. You open your hands, you open your mindset, you open the space around you for something bigger. Say it clearly. I am ready to receive. Receive opportunity, receive clarity, receive the version of you who doesn't just survive, but creates. Life pays attention when you do. And today, you finally spoke like someone worth listening to. Day 2. Health. My body moves toward healing. Your body was carried storms you never named. It held you through nights you barely made it through, and still every morning it rises, quietly, patiently, devoted to you. So today, you return that devotion. Say softly, my body moves toward healing. Not instantaneously, not dramatically, but in a small, loyal ways. A steadier breath, a calmer mind, a gentler heartbeat. Healing is a direction, not a moment. And today, you take one step toward it. Day 3. Love. I am worthy of a good life. Somewhere along the way, you were taught to settle, to accept crumbs, to be grateful for being half seen, half held, half loved. But that's not your story anymore. Say it with truth. I am worthy of a good life. A life with softness instead of survival. A life where love feels like peace, not pressure. A life where you don't carry everything alone. You are worthy, not because of what you've done, but because of because of who you've become. Fuck that one up. Keep it. Do it again. Day 3, love. I am worthy of a good life. Somewhere along the way, you were taught to settle, to accept crumbs, to be grateful for being half seen, half held, half loved. But that's not your story anymore. Say it with truth. I am worthy of a good life. A life with softness instead of survival. A life where love feels like peace, not pressure. A life where you don't carry everything alone. You are worthy, not because of what you've done, but because of who you've become. That's better. Day 4, wealth. The world responds to my effort. There are people who wait for luck. And then there are people like you. People who take the step, even when the path isn't clear. The universe moves with momentum. It listens to movement. It mirrors intention. Say it with clarity. The word responds to my effort. The world responds to my effort. Your effort creates openings. Your action creates alignment. Your belief creates the shift. Success isn't magic. It's evidence. And you're building it every day. Day 5, health. My energy is returning. You don't need a dramatic comeback. You just need a gentle one. Today it's the small things. Your breath steadier, your chest a little lighter, your mind less loud. That is healing. That is process. That is energy quietly returning to you. Say it without rushing. My energy is returning. Not forced, not faked, real. And you'll feel it more tomorrow. Day 6, love. I speak kindly to myself. The world has been loud. Life has been heavy, and your inner voice has carried echoes that were never yours. But today something new begins. Say it with intention. I speak kindly to myself. You rewrite old narratives. You soften the edges. You talk to yourself like someone worth protecting. Kindness isn't weakness. It's rebuilding. Day 7, wealth. I'm a magnet for opportunity. You're not invisible. You're not stuck. You're not behind. You're aligning. Say it boldly. I am a magnet for opportunity. You attract clarity. You attract the right people. You attract the chances you used to think weren't for you. Opportunities don't come to the loudest. They come to the ready, and today, you're more ready. Day 8, health. I treat my body with respect. Your body is not a project. It's not a punishment. It's the home you live in, the place you return to every moment. So today, you choose partnership. Say it clearly. I treat my body with respect, with rest, with nourishment, with patience, with care. Respect turns the body from opponent into ally. That's a good one. Oz, get out of there. Fucker. Day 9, love. I attract loving connections. You've known the kind of love that drains. You've known the kind that confuses. You've known the kind that makes you question your worth. But that ends today. Say it firmly. I attract loving connections. Connections rooted in reciprocity. In gentleness, in effort, in truth. When you rise, the quality of your relationships rises with you. I'm going to have to redo that one. Reciprocity. Back off. Just go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Day 9. I attract loving connections. You've known the kind of love that drains. You've known the kind of love that confuses. You've known the kind that makes you question your worth. But that ends today. Say it firmly. I attract loving connections. Connections rooted in reciprocity. Reciprocity. I fucking don't. Yeah. Day 9. Love. I attract loving. Day 9. I attract loving connections. You've known the kind of love that drains. You've known the kind that confuses. You've known the kind that makes you question your worth. But that ends today. Say it firmly. I attract loving connections. Connections rooted in gentleness, in effort, in truth. When you rise, the quality of your relationships rise with you. Day 10, wealth. Money flows easily to me. You stop gripping, you stop fearing, you stop treating money like a treat. Today you allow ease. Say it with calm confidence. Money flows easily to me. Through ideas, through skill, through alignment, through opportunities you're finally ready to receive. Ease is not a fantasy, it's clarity. Day 11, health. I am safe in my body. You have lived through things that made your body tense, made your breath shallow, made your heart brace itself for impact. For those days are not today. Say it gently. I am safe in my body. Safety brings calm. Calm brings healing. Healing brings strength. This is how you rebuild, from the inside out. Day 12, love. I let love in slowly, safely. Not every door needs to be open at once. Not every person needs full access to you. You get to decide your pace. Say it with steadiness. I let love in slowly and safely. Healthy love meets you where you are, not where you're pressured to be. Slow is sacred, safe is powerful. Day 13, wealth. I deserve financial peace, not noise, not panic, not survival mode thinking. Peace. Say it with conviction. I deserve financial peace. A life where money isn't fear, where choice isn't restricted, where the future isn't tight and uncertain. You're not asking for luxury, you're asking for stability, and you deserve that. Day 13, wealth. I deserve financial peace. Not noise, not panic, not survival mode thinking. Peace. Say it with conviction. I deserve financial peace. A life where money isn't fear, where choice isn't restricted, where the future isn't tight and uncertain. You're not asking for luxury, you're asking for stability, and you deserve that. Day 14, health. My mind is in a calm place. Your thoughts don't need to race to feel real. Your mind doesn't need to be loud to be alive. Today you create quiet. Say it with intention. My mind is a calm place. A place you can return to. A place that steadies you. A place that lets you breathe. Calm is not the absence of thought. It's the mastery of it. That's a good one too. Day 15, love. I give love without losing myself. You give, you care, you show up. But you're done disappearing. Say it boldly. I give love without losing myself. Your boundaries are not walls. They are doors you choose to open. Choose when to open. Love expands you. It never erases you. Day 16, wealth. My skills create abundance. There's nothing accidental about your growth, nothing random about your potential. What you call luck is simply your skill finally being seen. Today, you stop downplaying yourself. Say it clearly. My skills create abundance. Your voice, your creativity, your discipline, your resilience, they are not small things. They are entry points to opportunity. You don't need to become someone else. You need to use who you already are. Your gifts are not quiet anymore. They're working for you now. Right? Day 17. Health. I nourish myself today. You've pushed through days you should have rested. You've ignored needs you should have honored. You've carried more than anyone knows. But today, you choose something different. Nourishment. Say it softly. I nourish myself today. Not with perfection, but with intention. Food that fuels me, rest that restores you, thoughts that soften you, habits that support you. You're not fixing yourself, you're feeding yourself, and that changes everything. Love, my heart is healing. Your heart remembers everything. The losses, the breaks, the silences, the goodbyes you never got to give. But it also remembers how to rise. Healing isn't dramatic. It's a slow mending, a gentle switch, a gentle stitch, a quiet reopening. Say it with compassion. My heart is healing. Not healed, healing. Not closed, recovering. Not done, becoming. Your heart is preparing for the kind of love that honors the storms you survived. Day 19, wealth. I release fear around money. Fear makes you tighten. Tension makes you block what you're trying to receive. Scarcity makes you shrink a life meant to be lived wide. But today you loosen your grip. Say it like an exhale. I release fear around money. Fear is not clarity. Fear is not protection. Fear is not truth. When fear leaves, space opens. Opportunities appear. Options appear. Opportunity breathes again. You're not running for money anymore. You're standing in front of it. Day 19, wealth. I release fear around money. Fear makes you tighten. Tension makes you block what you're trying to receive. Scarcity makes you shrink a life meant to be lived wide. But today, you loosen your grip. Say it like an exhale. I release fear around money. Fear is not clarity. Fear is not protection. Fear is not truth. When fear leaves, space opens. Options appear. Opportunity breathes again. You're not running from money anymore. You're standing in front of it. Day 20, health. I release what weighs me down. Some weight is physical. Some is emotional. Some is the kind you carry in your chest because you didn't have anywhere else to put it. But today, you let some of it go. Say it with intention. I release what weighs me down. One more time. I release what weighs me down. Release the pressure to be perfect. Release the guilt of resisting. Release the stories that don't belong to you. Release the heaviness you outgrew long ago. You rise lighter. You rise clearer. You rise honest. This is what moving forward feels like. Day 21, love. I am ready to be seen. For so long you hid parts of yourself, not because you were weak, but because you were protecting something unfinished. Something tender, something that wasn't ready yet. But today feels different. Say it gently but firmly. I am ready to be seen. Seen in your truth, seen in your effort, seen in your becoming. You don't need to perform. You don't need to pretend. You don't need to shrink back into old shadows. Let the world witness the version of you that finally believes in your own light. Right? Day 22, wealth. The life I want is already aligning. You don't manifest by begging for a future. You manifest by preparing for it, by walking like it's coming, by choosing like you're ready, by believing it's possible before it arrives. Say it with certainty. The life I want is already aligning. One more time. The life I want is already aligning. Places are moving, paths are forming, situations are shifting. Some of it you can see, some of it you can't yet. But alignment always happens quietly, before it becomes visible. Trust the part of your life that's working behind the scenes. Day 23, health. The future self is stronger. Look forward for a moment, not as stress, not at the wait, not at the what ifs. Look at the version of you who made it through all of this. Steadier, clearer, stronger. Say it with belief. My future self is stronger. Stronger in body, stronger in mind, stronger in boundaries, stronger in peace. Every small choice you make today is a gift to the version of you who's waiting at the end of this path. And they're proud you're still walking. Day 24, love. I honor my feelings. You weren't meant to swallow every emotion. You weren't meant to silence everything you feel. You weren't meant to pretend your heart doesn't speak. Today you listen. Say it calmly. I honor my feelings. Not by judging them, not by running from them, not by burying them, by acknowledging them, by giving them space, by letting them move through you, instead of staying stuck inside of you. Feelings are messages, not enemies. They lead you back to yourself. Day 25, wealth. I take one small step today. You don't need a huge leap. You don't need a handful. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You don't need the perfect plan. You need one step, one action, one moment of choosing forward over fear. Say it with momentum. I take one small step today. One more time. I take one small step today. A step toward clarity, a step toward opportunity, a step toward the life you're building piece by piece. Small steps compound. Small steps create motion. Small steps turn into breakthroughs. And today, you move. Day 26, health. I deserve to feel good in my own skin. You've spent years surviving, pushing through, carrying more than anyone knows, but survival is not your final form. You deserve a body that feels like home, a mind that doesn't fight you, a heart that isn't always tired. Say it with honesty. I deserve to feel good in my own skin. One more time. I deserve to feel good in my own skin. Today you choose nourishment over punishment, rest over guilt, healing over hiding. You're allowed to feel good, deeply, fully, unapologetically. Day 27, love. Love begins with how I treat myself. People talk about finding love, but the truth is, love finds you. When your relationship with yourself changes first. Not perfection, not ego, but gentleness. The way you speak to yourself, the way you forgive yourself, the way you promise not to abandon yourself again, Say it with intention. Love begins with how I treat myself. One more time. Love begins with how I treat myself. Me. The way you soften with yourself invites others who know how to hold you with care. Day 28. Wealth. Opportunity is already looking for me. You've chased things before: doors, jobs, people, approval, but growth changes that dynamic. Now, the opportunities are the ones drawn to your readiness. Say it confidently. Opportunity is already looking for me. One more time. Opportunity is already looking for me. The right rooms, the right people, the right timing. What you're building inside is starting to echo outside. Stay open, stay willing, stay ready. Day 29, health. I will not abandon myself this time. You've restarted before. You've made promises before. You've slipped before. That's part of being human. But this time feels different because now you understand that what you're protecting. Your peace, your energy, your future. Say it with commitment. I will not abandon myself this time. One more time. I will not abandon myself this time. Every choice from here is an act of returning to the person you want to become. Right? You want to be more. Let's do this. Day 30. Love, health, and wealth. I'm becoming someone my future will thank. This is the final day, but it isn't an ending. It's an arrival. Look at what you've practiced. Belief, discipline, softness, vision, courage. Now say it with power. I am becoming someone my future will thank. One more time. I am becoming someone my future will thank. Your heart is wiser, your body is stronger, your mindset is richer, your direction is clearer. Manifestation isn't magic, it's an alignment. And over these 30 days, you've aligned with a life you're growing into. This isn't the end, this is the beginning. Thank you for sharing these 30 days with me. I hope they help you. I will be coming back and watching them myself. I know I didn't do the best of jobs. I need a teleprompter or something. Yeah. If you guys made it this far, thank you. Appreciate you. Bye.